Saturday morning and I just woke up making myself a fresh cup of coffee and ready to do some more chores in the garden. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel, and if you have already been here, welcome back. My name is Preeti and I garden here in Zone 6 in Toronto, and I post regularly about my gardening journey, my garden, and give you some tours of my garden and everything I'm doing with plants. So today is a beautiful spring day. It's still chilly out there, but there are lots of jobs to be done in the garden, and I am getting myself a coffee and I'm going to be going out there and showing you my side garden and all the chores I'm doing. I'm basically going to be pruning and cleaning up, and I just wanted to show you what's happening in the side garden. It's a newly planted area for me, and lots of excitement for me to see what plants will make it and come back this year. And it's all perennials, and I just wanted to show you what I was going to be doing in the garden. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing, because I post regularly, like I said, and it's exciting to share with you my garden and welcome to my garden, and it's really nice to have you on this journey with me. If you like this video, do hit the like button, let me know what you think, and without further delay, I will show you. I'll grab my coffee and I'm going to be going out there and showing you what I'm doing in my garden today. Beautiful morning, and I'm heading into my side garden now, and I'll show you what it looks like right now. As you can see, I have done zero cleanup in this side yard. It is pretty much the way I left it last year in the fall winter time, and I just wanted to kind of do an assessment of what's happening here today and show you some of the plants that I have. It's a rainy day here. I mean, it's slightly drizzling, the soil is pretty wet, so I will be very careful when I move through these beds. I hate walking in the beds when it's so wet, because it really disturbs a lot of things when you're walking in there and it's wet, so I don't like doing that. But I'll show you a quick run through of all the plants that are in here, and you know what it is that I'm going to be cleaning up today in today's video. So this here is a little bed that was actually planted by my daughter, and I let her pick the plants that she wanted in here, and I mean, she picked this tiger eye sumac that I put over here, and I think it's in its third year now. This year would be its third season in the ground, or even like second season, because last year was the first season that it actually you know, grew back, because I planted it the year before in fall. So so let's see what it does this year. It has lots of buds on it, so I think it'll be fine. And I have a spirea here. I don't remember the variety, but it's supposed to be blooming pink. So there's a spirea here, and I have a sedum over there, and I have tiarella in there, and I also have some succulents that are growing in there. And here is Ollie just trying to get inside my bed and in my plants. It's so wet over here, but he wanted to spend time with me in the garden, so I have him with me right now. And in the back there, I have a quick fire hydrangea that I planted last year. Not a lot of pruning needed for that one. I'm just going to clean up the flowers, and that's it. I really don't have anything to prune because it's a very new plant. I have a couple of climbing roses there. I have, this one is, I think, called Joseph's Coat climbing rose, and the other one is the climbing rose called Blaze, which is a vibrant red, and this is like a yellow orangey red as well in it, so it has all those tones in it. It's a tricolor bicolor kind of a rose, and it's stunning. So I just need to go in there and clean up those leaves, and then I also have some sedum that I need to cut back. I see lots of new growth on this sedum here, so if you can see, there is lots of new growth coming at the base of the plant. And I have a butterfly bush here as well. I don't know the variety of this one, but it has beautiful purple blooms. And last year I moved it in this location, so I think it's happy here. I just have to give it a little bit of a trim. And then other than that, I have lots of, like, I have iris a friend of mine gave me here. I think this is maybe a yellow iris, I'm not sure, but she gave me this one last year in the fall, and I put it there. And I have some roses in here, some daisies, Shasta daisies, as well as a few smaller other plants, and some lavender. So there is this array of plants in here. And then I also have a limelight hydrangea here. I have some rose of Sharon here. I have some more roses there. I have a couple of Bobo Hydrangeas that I planted here. So all of this going forward was newly planted last year in the fall, late summer fall time frame. So it's fairly new. I think it just needs a little bit of cleanup. I still have to pick up the leaves, which I'm not in a rush to do that because the insects are still wintering over and you know, sleeping in there, so I don't want to disturb it too much. But yeah, and this is the oh so easy lemon zest roses. I planted 2 of these shrubs here, and they need a bit of a pruning as well. The lavender, I'm just going to cut back the flower stalks. I have some Evergold carex here as well, which stay pretty evergreen in my area, and I like these, and I might plant some more of these this year because I really like how they look in the garden and they add so much texture. Other than that, I do have perennial hibiscus that I've cut back about 6 inches from the ground, and they're all over here in this area, and I think they will come back later. They're the latest to leaf out, so I'm not too worried about it. I left them above the ground so I can see where I planted them. That's a Pinky Winky hydrangea, which I also newly planted last year, so there's nothing to trim. I'm just going to take off the flower stalks and just give it like a couple of inches of pruning. Same with these Bobo hydrangeas. There isn't a lot to prune. I'm just going to clean it up. And then I have a bunch of cone flowers in there that I planted as well. And then in the back there, I have some fall sunflowers as well. And then there is there's a persicaria in here called firetail. And then there is some other little plants peppered around here. There's another rose here. There is some heucherellas in here, which are starting to leaf out now, so it's exciting to see that. Yeah, they're starting to get leaves. I mean, the old leaves need to be cut back, but I'm waiting for the new growth to take over, and then I will start to cut these back. So yeah, everything here is looking really good. Hoping everything comes back. I have a silverleaf dogwood here. I have a few other hydrangeas over here, and the entire path I kind of lined it with lavender, so I like having this repetition of lavender here. So hopefully this will do well and it will green up soon. It just needs a little bit of a prune. And here is a cherry blossom deutzia. So this is the Yuki cherry blossom. I'm really excited to see this one bloom because it is an early bloomer, so I'm hoping it comes back to life sometime this month in April, and it's going to look gorgeous. I just love how this has these arching branches, and I can't wait to see the flowers on it. I also have some other hydrangeas planted here as well. This is a little quickfire, and I have I think this one is a Weigela. This is a red Weigela that I have here, and this one has been here for a while. So and I also planted a little I think it's a little devil 9-bark, oh sorry, a tiny wine 9-bark that I planted here as well. I'm excited to see this one leaf out as well. And in this container I have some mint and lemon balm, and some more hydrangeas there. I have firelight, I have a few little limes and a firelight over there, and some more lavender around here, and there is a few other plants here which and lots of space here for me to do other things with perennials and other border plants, which I will do this year. And there is a Kodiak black dierbilla over here as well, and I have a Temple of Bloom Seven Suns Heptacodium that I planted here. I got this on clearance for actually $10 last year, and I was so excited to try this plant out, and I'm excited that it will become like a tree form here and kind of grow taller here. It grows up to 10 to 15 feet. So really excited to have this plant in the garden. And yeah, so this is what my side garden looks like right now. Lots of things are looking okay. I have some aster here as well, which I'm not sure if it'll come back or not, but I planted it in the fall last year. And lots of other plants are like slowly, I think they will slowly wake up. I have a geranium here that I can see, it's green, it's turning green, so things are slowly starting to wake up. The lavender looks like it's not waking up yet. I hope I didn't lose it. I hope it comes back because it was really beautiful last year. And yeah, I just want to come out here today and trim the rose bushes. It's starting to pour now, so I might take a bit of a break and come back. So I'm going to prune the rose bushes. I'm going to trim the hydrangeas a little bit, cut off these little flowers from the lavender and coneflowers and all of that, and I will show you once I am done cleaning what this looks like as an after. This lavender is starting to green, which is exciting to see. Yeah, and the daisies are starting to also green up, and I also have dianthus here, which is also starting to turn green, so which is nice to see. So yeah, and in the back there I have some bulbs that are starting to show through, some tulips, which is really exciting, and I also have some tulips planted there and some daylilies as well. So it'll be exciting to see when things start popping up and how this garden evolves and looks over time. So I am going to get cleaning, and I will show you once I'm done what this looks like. I just wanted to give you a before snapshot of what the side garden looks like before I do the cleanup. To show you with the dianthus, I'm just removing some of these woody stems that are all dry, and the new growth should take over once I'm done removing these woody stems from the dianthus. So I'm just cutting these back, and it should start flushing out new growth. It is already flushing out new growth. So once you clean up these dead leaves, these dead branches, then it's going to look better, and it's going to start filling up with all this new growth. So that's what I'm starting to do, and lots more on this one, but there's lots of new growth at the bottom, as you can see. For the sedum, all I'm going to do is cut these stems at the base, just remove these old stems from the base, and that's all I'm going to be doing to clean up the sedum. These are pretty hardy plants, and they do really well, and you're able to see this growth fairly early. So I leave them for winter interest because they look beautiful in the winter landscape, and it's time now for me to cut these back and just reveal the new growth underneath, and that's what I'm going to be doing with the sedum. So just wanted to show you what I'm doing with the sedum. A rose shrub that's here, and all I'm going to do with this rose shrub is remove all of these dead leaves and give it a nice prune. It doesn't need too much, like this stem is broken, so you need to remove anything that's broken, dead or diseased, and also open up the shrub so that there isn't anything that's crossing in the middle, or there isn't any airflow issues. And this shrub is quite open, so I don't really need to do anything with it other than give it a prune and clean up the leaves. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this one. And I wanted to show you what the sedum looks like when you cut it back. The stalks are still about 2-3 inches from the ground, and that's okay because they're going to soon be covered by all the new foliage and you won't even see anything. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with the sedum, and now I'm going to be pruning this rose as well. Show you that I cleaned out my climbing roses. I removed all the leaves and anything that was kind of dead or weak stems. I have cut them back, and so something like this, right, like it has a lot of new growth down here, so you could give it a snip about here so it can kind of flush out better and new growth and stronger stems. In terms of training this rose, I will let it grow a little bit before I train it, because it is a new rose in the garden. It's its second year this year, and I have tied it up here, but I actually do want it to go significantly taller before I train it and I see how it fills in the trellises. But I wanted to show you, there is one little blaze rose that is hanging on from this stem here all winter long, and I kind of wanted to show you how beautiful this looks even in its dry form. It's so gorgeous. I love the intense crimson red color of this. It has a very nice vibrant red color, and that's what attracted me to this rose. And yeah, so it's going to do really well over here, and I'm excited for it to grow this season. I can already see a lot of buds on this rose. And yes, and this is the quick fire hydrangea. I just took out the flowers just a couple of inches from the top, and I cleaned out anything that was looking weak or dead, and just picking up some of these rose leaves that have black spots on it, just so that it's cleaner for the new growing season. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. And I also have a sensational honeysuckle here, which I'm not really doing anything to. I think it's just going to start flushing out green leaves soon, and I will see if it needs anything to trim after it flushes out its new growth. Already it has a lot of buds that are swelling, as you can see, and soon it's going to start growing and climbing this trellis. I can't wait for it to fill up this area. It's gonna look beautiful, and it smells amazing. So this is the sensational honeysuckle by Proven Winners that I had planted here last year. So it's raining quite a bit, but I got a lot of this garden cleaned up, and I wanted to show you what this looks like. The climbing roses were all cleaned up. A lot of the roses, I cleaned them up, I opened them up, I removed anything dead, diseased, and I gave them a nice prune. I also pruned the quick fire hydrangea a little bit. I haven't pruned the butterfly bush yet. I'm gonna wait a few more weeks before I do that. And I still have to come out here and prune my limelight as well as my Bobo Hydrangeas, but I will post a part 2 of this on how to prune the Panicle hydrangeas, and I'll show you how I'm pruning those in a separate video. But I kind of got a lot of the other stuff cleaned up. I cleaned up all the cone flowers. I cleaned up all the I have a blue ice Amsonia that is starting to show new growth. I'll show you what that looks like. It is getting new growth at the base, so I kind of pruned anything that was old there, and it's starting to look a lot better. There are still a lot of leaves, as you can see, but that's also all work in progress. And it's very, very wet, the soil, so I am doing a few things today. I also trimmed a bit of the lavender as well, all of these over here, and I also trimmed some of the roses, the Oh So Easy Lemon Zest roses, as well as just cleaned up in general around here a little bit. So with that, I will end this video. Like I said, I will post part 2 of this video, in which I will show you how I'm trimming the Panicle hydrangeas, which is the Pinky Winky, the Bobos, and the Limelight over there. And I will post a part 2, because it's really coming down here with the rain, and I think I did a lot of cleaning so far, and I'm going to continue I think later on today or tomorrow to finish this bed. So with that, I wanted to thank you for watching this video. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day wherever you're joining me from, and it is so exciting to see new life in the garden and to be out here. I can't wait for this entire bed to fill up and look beautiful in a couple of months. So with that, thank you again for watching, and have a fabulous day.